Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today is going to be a new moon energy update for April 15th, 2018. I feel very excited about this one. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get right into this video in just 1 second. First off, real quick, before I do, if you're new to my channel, I just want to say what's up. Welcome. I'm always talking about the spiritual transformation process and doing my best to share with you as much wisdom and guidance and provide as much guidance as I possibly can. That is my mission and my true joy to do. And if you're new to my channel, I do have a free guided meditation that I did create for people who are going through this awakening process. It'll help you with many of the different facets of that. It's totally free in the description box below. Go ahead and check it out if you like. And with that said, I will now get into the video. We'll see you guys inside. Number one is you might be feeling a little bit busy. A lot of us have been feeling busy lately. And whenever this happens, it's usually a great opportunity to examine all the different elements in your life, and then you can see what is working for you and what is not working for you. We change so quickly, so our ordinary routines we do can very suddenly and abruptly become out of place. And this could be something large, like our career or relationship, or it could be something very small, just about like what time you wake up. But a lot of times we are always being asked, but through our desire to eliminate the chaos in our life, to refine our life on all levels. So if you feel really busy and really overwhelmed, it's because there's a positive change that you can make right now. And whenever you have that environment that makes you sort of take charge, and then when you find that little piece that needs to be tweaked, there's always a very obvious harmony can be restored very quickly and very easily, because now we're living at a time where we're becoming so refined that even the smallest little speck of dust that has no place in our life, suddenly it can jam up the whole machine and create these experiences of overwhelm. So if you're feeling that way, don't look at it like a bad thing. It's going to happen, and it's for our own good. It's so that we are inspired to refine ourselves and make our life more harmonious. So if that's going on with you, then just look within, use your own intuition, and look around at your life and see, what could I do to make this go away? And if you have that feeling of ownership and responsibility for the overwhelm, then you'll be able to make a positive change. And I'll give you an example. I feel that way. That's why I chose to talk about this. It's because I haven't done my taxes yet. I have my appointment this evening. It's something in my life that I was never taught how to be responsible about, and therefore I always put it off, and it would create all this havoc and stress. And now all the stuff I have to do alongside with all my other existing life obligations, it's creating a feeling of overwhelm and stress. But I look at that and say, you know what, Victor? Next year, you're going to read some books and learn how to be organized with this. Maybe hire an accountant to kind of coach me so I can be more prepared. And I'm going to take action because I am aware that I don't have a responsible way of relating with taxes. And regardless whether it should or shouldn't have been taught to me by my mom and dad, it's irrelevant. I'm going to take action so that next time this comes around, I will I'll be prepared and no stress. Okay, so that's one of the ways it's playing out for me in my life. Number two, it's a great time to set your intentions. Sometimes when we go through a period of change, we can go through a bit of a prolonged period where we are not really aware of the changes that have been or are being made. March was a lot like that, a lot of purging. I always talk about it. It was sort of an emotional catharsis, and that's productive, that's advancement, progress, work, etc. But when you're in the midst of that experience, you don't really get a taste of who you are becoming, because there's just more to let go of, and that's all that can be on your mind. But this is a very different month. Our vibration has raised a lot. We've let go of a lot. And we are these new people now who actually get to experience that. And from this new perspective of the new you might start looking at your life and seeing things differently. You might just have goals that you want to go for randomly that sort of pop up. Or you might have like life transpiring in a way that's highlighting certain things that you're finding you're attracted to. And it's a great time if that's happening to to focus on that. For example, my family and I moved to Las Vegas, I don't know, not quite a year ago, about 6 months ago or so. And we know we want to settle down here, but we've really yet to find a neighborhood or a neck of the woods that really resonated until recently. My friend just moved into this nice new neighborhood, and it's just so mind-blowingly ideal for us. It's so perfect, and we're so excited about it. In fact, every night we've been driving and hanging out there at the parks and stuff. So that's kind of how it's playing out for me. Suddenly I'm aware of a new direction I really want to go in and I resonate with. So I don't just leave it at that. I'm focusing on that. I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to put my energy into that. I'm going to insist upon that coming into fruition, because it works when you do that. I've learned when you really put focus into what you want, so long that it really resonates with you, it can really accelerate things. And I can sense it's a good window to really focus your intentions on things that resonate with you, that you want to do or become or whatever. Number 3, because it's a lighter energy, it would be advantageous to focus on living a high vibrational lifestyle. Sometimes that is just impossible when we're in the midst of a lot of March, just thrown around by life, a lot of heavy emotions. It can be very challenging to be disciplined, and we sometimes don't gravitate towards high vibrational things. Rather, we gravitate towards release or escape or a break from the nuttiness of our life. But it is one of those months, whether you're feeling that nuttiness or not, which many of us still are, you would benefit from living a more high vibrational lifestyle. What does that mean? It could mean a lot of different things. It could mean the food you eat, the quality of water you drink, the people you surround yourself with, the information you allow into your mind, the books you read. And there's all sorts of other cool techniques. I do a lot of things. I'll give an example of what I've been doing. I went to my friend Aaron Dowdy's house the other day and been working with him once a week. And he's got his place where he's staying at so decked out with all this cool stuff. He's got crystals everywhere. He's got essential oil diffusers. He's got nice music playing in the background and plants, and it's really awesome. It has a real vibe to it. So what I've been doing, I've been kind of creating my workspace like that. You can't see it now in this limited view, but now I listen to music that kind of puts me in the zone in the background when I'm working, and I have little crystals sitting around. I've other things I've been doing that I've always done. But anyway, I've been taking simple, commonsensical measures to do things and include them in my life that have a positive effect on my perception of my vibration. There's certain things that make me feel better, lighter, and more in tune. And I'm finding it not only easier to do that, but it's really making a big difference. When I can maintain my vibration, my life goes very smoothly, and I just feel really good and have plenty of energy. And I'm finding that these little simple techniques are having a pretty large impact. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Number 4, conversely, contrary to what I just said, it's also important to balance that by staying grounded. It's easy, especially as we're approaching astrological alignments that kind of accelerate our awakening process. It's very easy to get ungrounded and lost in our minds, lost in the details, overwhelmed with life. And we can go from a place of feeling really good to feeling like utter chaos is erupting in our life in a very short span of time if we allow ourselves to become too unbalanced and ungrounded. So for me, I look at it like a habit, like a skill I work at. I try to catch myself when I'm feeling that way, and then do whatever works for me to kind of bring me back down to a clear state of mind. As I confessed about my taxes, I was getting stressed out yesterday about that. and just getting ungrounded, worked up in my mind, physically feeling stressed out, seeing my life sort of in a pessimistic kind of way. But because I've been doing the other things I mentioned, trying to maintain my vibration and keep myself in a good state, there was a real clear contrast. I knew I was out of alignment. So what did I do? I did what works for me. And what works for me sometimes is to kind of like get it on paper. A real simple way to ground yourself when there's life is going nuts on you. I just make a to-do list. Like, okay, well, what has to get done? Like, and then I just get it on paper. And then when I can see it all on paper, I can kind of organize it. And then, okay, I can do this stuff today. And then this could wait till tomorrow. And really, I can see now on paper, logically, there's no reason to feel this way. It's the fact that I haven't examined the facts and allowed my emotions to run away with themselves that I'm feeling this way. So my point is that's one of many ways to ground yourself. But if you feel yourself with that overwhelm, then just do whatever works for you to kind of get you back. And as Tony Robbins always says, change your state. The circumstance wasn't the problem. I'm fine with it. Everything's going to work out. It was my state of being that was the issue, and taking measures to ground myself was like night and day. I felt much better right afterwards. Number 5 is expect things to work out for you. Again, when we're going through what we had in March, good luck convincing yourself that things are working out for you, because life can suck when you're going through a purge. But in absence of that purge, you're a new you, a new vibration, and things can really wrap themselves up very, very quickly. You just might find that there maybe have been things that have been unresolved and wrestling with for a time that suddenly start becoming a thing of the past. You're moving past them. They're done. You've overcome them. You transcended them now. It does happen sometimes. It's not all stress. A lot of times we do overcome things. And I'll give an example for me. As many of you know, I don't know, a couple months ago I had this mole on the back of my head that the doctor seemed pretty confident that it was melanoma. And I had about a week where I was unaware of what it was exactly, and I was freaking out. I thought I was gonna die and all that kind of stuff. And it was fine. It turned out to be nothing, just a abnormal mole that they just removed. And anyway, I went there like a week ago to finally get the mole removed, knowing now it's not cancer. And the same doctor was like, now we're gonna go in there and there might be melanoma underneath it. There maybe is some. And I had the same, like, oh shit again. I had the same fear and the same like initial reaction, but this time, I was hip to it. I refused in that moment to become overwhelmed by what this guy says again. And I saw it as kind of a test for myself, or just an echo of that past issue. And I dealt with it very differently. And I really didn't worry. I just kind of knew it was fine. And then sure enough, I got the call yesterday. That too underneath was fine, and I'm officially clear. So my point is, that's just an example how something can be a theme, an unresolved issue, catalyzing a lot of inner growth and a lot of transformation. But eventually, once all that is done, once we learn all the lessons, then that thing gets to go away. So you can be optimistic at this time. If you have anything like that in your life, then it's a time where it's more likely that you really can move through and transcend it in a very permanent way. Lastly, I wrote down seeing through the illusion of limitation. So often our soul brings to our awareness something that would seem fun to do or pursue or become, and we have blocks. We block ourselves. Emotionally, we have doubts. Physically, we're too unhealthy. Our joints are aching. We can't do it. We don't have the right amount of money or circumstances. Just nothing's in our favor, and yet we want this thing. And our mind can look at it and say, you know what? I gotta get healthy. I gotta get rid of these doubts. I gotta come into some money. I gotta manifest some kind of miracle where I am given an opportunity to do this thing that's not very, it's kind of rare. But it's not that. It's none of that. We have to expand enough to see all of the limitations as what they are, they're all illusions. They're literally illusions of our mind that have no substance. This can play out in a practical way if that sounded confusing. Maybe you've been trying to diet, or you try to lose weight, or go back to school or something, and life is always just making it so hard. And it's not that the situation or anything changed, but your mindset might look at it differently and say, you know what? Geez, I know it seems the same as it always has been, but I feel maybe even a little bit more empowered. I'm a little bit more capable. And you start to see it with that energy, you start to see, wow, there's nothing to be concerned with. I could have been doing this a long time ago. It's been an illusion. Whatever you really want to do in life badly, you can do it now. There really is nothing truly stopping you from making progress towards that end, but the illusion of limitation that you can now see more clearly as that. And when you do that, when you can see that there's really nothing holding you back from what you want to do or become, then you are unstoppable. This awakening is tough. None of it's not fun, but it's making you a force to be reckoned with. It's making you unstoppable. It's making you capable of living an amazing life, which you and every single person watching and everyone on this planet deserves to do. Anyways, my friends, I gotta bounce here. I wish I could chat with you guys longer. Just want to say thank you to everybody who supports me. Sometimes my messages are unorthodox, and I expect more of a reaction in a negative way than I get. And I'm always just so pleasantly surprised at how many really true fans I have out there. So thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. So all your likes and your comments, you really help give me the courage to be myself fully, even though sometimes I question if that's smart for me to do. And you guys always help keep me going. So it really is a joint effort. I really mean that. I don't just say that. It really, if you benefit from my videos, then you're having a part in that. So thank you for that, because I love to do it and I couldn't do it without you. Okay, my friends, I will see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Namaste.